Do you have any doubts?
No, ma'am. You having second thoughts?
No. Do you think you'll be able to love the baby?
What did I do?
Is there anything that you'd like to ask me?
No. You're so fine. I can't believe any man would ever do this to you.
Will's words surprised me. We went to the chapel, and in front of the pastor and Will's family, we quickly said our vows. Will didn't even have time to get wedding rings. On the drive home, the land around us felt empty. Having grown up in a big city, I couldn't get used to it. Will kindly opened the door for me, welcoming me home. Seeing the house clean and tidy inside, I breathed a sigh of relief. To help me adjust, he'd even installed a refrigerator and put a water heater in the bathroom. But these thoughtful touches didn't really reach my heart. That night, I took out the necklace my ex-boyfriend gave me. Looking at his photo, I still couldn't forget him. A few months earlier, I'd gotten pregnant by my ex-boyfriend. He vanished without a word. I had to leave my studies behind and prepare to raise the child alone. But to protect the family's reputation, my father pressured me to marry a farmer from the countryside. Out of guilt toward my father, I agreed to the arrangement.
Livy. Everyone calls me Livy.
The next day at breakfast, I admitted I didn't know how to cook. Will said it was fine. I suggested buying cookbooks to learn, but the nearest library was an hour's drive into town. No phone, no library. I felt completely trapped. Will, trying to lighten the mood, asked about my education. I talked about my studies in archaeology, sharing research I'd done with my professor. But Will had never heard of any of it. When the conversation stalled, Will stood to clear the dishes. Finally, I couldn't hold back anymore. I asked Will why he'd accept someone like me, already carrying another man's child. Will simply said,
Maybe it'd be God's will.
God's will.
Will's answer touched something inside me. Slowly, I began to let my guard down. After lunch, Will offered to drive me to town so I could call my family and visit the library. On the way, I asked about the farm, hoping I could help somehow. But Will couldn't bear the thought of me doing hard labor. He gently refused, saying I only needed to take care of things at home. In town, Will went to the library for me while I called my sister. I told her how tough it felt here and asked if she'd heard from my ex. But there was nothing. On the drive home, to help me get around on my own, Will taught me how to drive. He guided me patiently the whole way, and I picked it up quickly. Behind the wheel, I smiled genuinely for the first time. After that, Will introduced me to his friends and relatives. He hopes that I can fully integrate into this family, but I still couldn't forget my ex-boyfriend. Every time we went into town, I'd tell Will I was mailing a letter to my sister. In truth, I was writing to my ex, hoping somehow to find him.